This is the 20% which we talk about, which you said the mesh value can be from 1.5 to 2 kilometers, right? It's separated into special endurance 1 and special endurance 2. Special endurance 1 is from 18 kilometers per hour up to 20 kilometers per hour. Special endurance 2 is from 20 kilometers per hour to 25 kilometers per hour. Then we have got speed. It's within that, because it's more like speed endurance, but both are speed endurance, but this one is more like the speed that you touch is from 25 kilometers per hour going up. So I asked the question, when do you make players run without the ball? It is when you are addressing these types of endurance. General aerobic they can do with the ball, it is to their advantage because they are gaining motor density while they are doing that. Also the coach is combining that also with the technical and part of the tactical, right? Are we together?
Yes.
So this is where a lot of burning out happens if you just come and make them run for no reason. Because the coach will also be having his program, especially if it's in season. You need more time if you want to work on combination. But he can do that while he's also already working on general endurance. Are we together? But this quality kind of endurance have to be calculated. You don't just go and set cones and say we're going to do, you run without the calculation. Because there's a range that we want to achieve. That's why we spoke and say, one way of dealing with special endurance, one, is to come to the field. When you do our box to box runs, we said that this distance is approximately 75 meters, especially some field are 75, right? So you run at a speed from here to here for how many? We said 15 seconds, right? 15 seconds. So distance over time, 17 times 15 divided by 15, which gives us 5 meters per second. Turn it with your Google in kilometers per hour, which is 18 kilometers. So it's the beginning of high intensity. HID is the beginning. Was from 18 kilometers per hour going. So my target, there's a lot that I want to achieve. My player runs from here to here for 15 seconds, recover another 15 seconds, and come back. Again, back 5 times. I would have covered a distance of 75 times 5 is what? 375, which is 1 block. But I read, sorry? 325 is fine. So, but that 1 block is at an intensity of 18 kilometers per hour, right? I have to give a recovery time depending on the phase. If it's pre-season, I can go for 3 to 5 minutes. If you are in season, I can go to 2 to 3 minutes because we want more of intensity, right? But if it's pre-season, I can do these blocks, maybe 8 blocks. I can even go up to 8 blocks. And I maintain more to be within the starting of HID. So if I do 8 blocks in pre-season, just maintaining the starting, 325 times 8 gives me what?
3,000.
It's fine. Because I'm at the beginning of HID. If I've moved more into maybe 20 kilometers per hour, then I reduce the load to make maybe 5 blocks. When I'm in season, because I'm increasing the intensity but I'm reducing the volume. Are we together? Are we together? So when I do these runs, they are being specific. But there are times where you might have to shorten the distance as well, where you come 60 meters, maybe 60 meters, you run 60 meters. 12 seconds, right? So 60 meters, 12 seconds. 12 seconds, there's also 12 seconds recovery before you come back. So if I come 1, you recover 12, 2, 3, times 5, it gives us what? 300 meters. 300 meters, if I'm off season, I'm at pre-season, I can maybe multiply it by 10 blocks. It gives me 3,000 meters. But when I do those 3,000 meters, 2 kilometers, I'm doing at the beginning of HID. Because I know the intensity. They have to start within HID. There's no that, hey, 3/4 pace, who's 3/4 pace? Especially if you give them the maintenance program. You only do that. But if you let them go and sleep, you are in trouble because they're going through reversibility. So modern day football, there's no time to go and totally sleep. They should come back, at least they can go the beginning of HID. That's why they can play a friendly a week after. That's why you see that happening, right? In Europe. Liverpool started pre-season today. They already know that next week we're playing this one. Then why? Because before what they did, when the players going for off-season, they gave them that training to do so that they come at an optimum level. Are we together?
Yes.
Then, if it's in season, you now make sure that they're getting maybe there in about maybe 10 seconds. You now reduce the load, maybe you only put 5 blocks because you're working on intensity. Why are you reducing the blocks? Number 1, in season, you are working on intensity. Number 2, the other intensity is now played with the ball because they now have combination, there is now flow. So some of the HID is done when they are playing. You see that coaches won't be working much on the structure. They are now working in terms of on the floor. Because there is now already structure. We know this one plays, they have the combination, so we now want the flow. So some of the intensity is now dealt with while they are doing their tactical, right? But when it was in pre-season, when maybe there is not yet an understanding and they are still operating within the lower level, the starting point of HID, they will have to put more. So you are transferring and balancing now the intensities so that it can be transferred into play. That's why now you are reducing you can even put 4 than 5. Because 3 times 4, 1.2. And usually it's from 1.2. And the other one will be covered while you're doing the drills. Are we together? So we're going to use this